So I've been asking myself this question recently. Has Wuthering Waves finally started power creeping its characters? Now, before you immediately jump into the comments and tell me that older characters can still clear Tower of Adversity, hear me out. Back when Zani released, she was insane. Massive damage, great AoE, strong single target damage, and for the longest time, she was the character people pointed to whenever someone asked who the best DPS in the game was. But fast forward to today, and we now have characters like Hiyuki and Amith entering the roster and insane supports like Lene, and that's where things get interesting. Because when most people hear the term power creep, they immediately think about the damage numbers. Who hits harder, who clears faster, who has the highest DPS ceiling. But I actually think the bigger discussion is character design. Take Zani for example. Don't get me wrong, she's still incredibly strong, and in fact, she can still clear all of the game's current content provided you have Phoebe. But compare her to some of the newer DPS characters like Hiyuki or Amith, and you kind of start noticing something. The newer characters don't just deal more damage, they often feel smoother, the rotations are easier and more forgiving. Their team options are more flexible, and in many cases, they achieve similar or even better results with less effort. Now, does that automatically mean Zani has been power crept? Well, not necessarily, because at the end of the day, the most important question is this: can she still clear content? And the answer is yes, which is why I don't think Wuthering Waves has reached the dangerous stage of power creeping yet. Older characters aren't becoming useless, they're not getting kicked out of in-game content, they're not suddenly unable to clear Tower of Adversity, but I do think we're starting to see the early signs. Every new DPS release seems to push the ceiling a little higher, every new release seems to be a little more optimized than the last, and eventually, if that trend continues, older characters are going to have a harder time keeping up. The real question isn't whether Zani can still compete today. The real question is whether she'll still be able to compete a year from now. And honestly, that's what I'm most curious about. But what do you guys think? Has Wuthering Waves finally started power creeping its characters? Or am I just overreacting because newer characters are supposed to be stronger? If it's not too much trouble, please sub to the YouTube channel. Let me know in the comments. I'll see you guys on the next one.